Well, there's no reason why the simple shapes of stories can't be fed into computers. They are beautiful shapes. This is the GI axis, good fortune, ill fortune. Sickness and poverty down here, wealth and boisterous good health up there. Here's the very middle. Now, this is the BE axis. B stands for beginning. E stands for electricity. Now, this is an exercise in relativity, really. Is the shape of the curves are what matters and not their origins. So we'll start a little above average. Is why get a depressing person? We'll start... The whole thing, we call this story Man in Hole, but it needn't be about a man, and it needn't be about somebody getting into a hole. But it's just a good way to remember it. Somebody gets into trouble, gets out of it again. People love that story. They never get sick of it.
If you can write, you can talk. You can talk if you can write. And they cheer up a bit at the first. You mean if I can talk, I can write? Yes. And then I say, well, how many people in this class like to hear the other ones talk? And then they get depressed all over again.
It's a hard question. What qualities are needed to be a good fantasy writer? Well, I think it helps to love fantasy.
Well, there are two kinds of advice for writers. One is, well, the first thing is if you want to write, it must be the thing not that you want to do or would like to do. It must be the thing you feel you have to do. It must be that without which you could not live.
But the main part is just to be a good writer. You know, ultimately it all comes down to story.
But the idea is to find a voice. And I try and write as if I was speaking to people. And sometimes people say to me that they felt personally addressed, and then I feel vindicated. So there's that. And then I have some advice on avoiding the booze trap, which waits for many young writers. I know many people they got the garret, they got the bottle, they got the glass, they got the sheet of paper and the pen. Then they drank all the bottle, and then that was all the writing that they did.
I read Robert A. Heinlein. I read H.P. Lovecraft. I read Robert E. Howard, and then later J.R. Tolkien. And some of these would be classified fantasy, and some as horror, and some as science fiction. To me, they were all stories. They were imaginative stories. They were stories that took me to other worlds and other times and other planets or dimensions or what have you. And I enjoyed the hell out of them.
But I still feel, 61 as I am, I still feel a bit of a curmudgeon giving advice to the young. I still secretly feel, you know, they're not that much younger than me.
Station, black roof country, no gold pavements, tired starlings, silver horses ran down moonbeams in your dark eyes. Dawnlight smile on you leaving my contentment. You said no strings could secure you at the station. Platform ticket, restless diesels, goodbye windows. I walked into such a sad time at the station. As I walked out, felt
chasing rabbits, and you know you're going to fall. Tell 'em a hookah, smoking caterpillar, has given you the call. He called Alice when she was just small.
Stop.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground,
All right, not copyrighted. Another story, also a beautiful curve and easily fed into a computer, called Boy Gets Girl, but it needn't be that. Just a way to remember it. Start on an average day, average person, not expecting anything to happen a day like any other. Finds something wonderful, just loves it. Oh, God damn it. Got it back again. People like that. Now, these are beautiful curves, and this gets a little complicated. Computers can now play chess, so I don't know why they can't digest this very difficult curve I'm going to draw for you now. And it so happens that this is the most popular story in our civilization, Western civilization. As we love to hear this story, every time it's retold, somebody makes another $1 million. You're welcome to do it. Now, surprisingly enough, I've said it's depressing. You know, people don't like stories about below average days and people. But we're going to start way down here. Worse than that, who is so low? It's a little girl. What's happened? Her mother has died. Her father has remarried a vile-tempered, ugly woman with two nasty daughters, big daughters. You've heard it. See? Anyway, there's a party at the palace that night. She can't go. She has to help everybody else get ready. She has to stay home. Now, does she sink lower? No. She's a staunch little girl, and she has had the maximum whack from fate, which is the loss of her mother. She can't go any lower than that. Okay, so the fairy godmother comes. Gives her shoes, gives her stocking, gives her mascara. Gives her a means of transportation, goes to the party, dances with the prince, has a swell time. Boring, 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 boring. Now, there's a slight inclination to that line as I've drawn it because it takes perhaps 20 seconds, 30 seconds for a grandfather clock to strike 12. Does she wind up at the same level? Of course not. She will remember that dance for the rest of her life. Now, she poops along on this level till the prince comes, the shoe fits. She achieves off-scale happiness.